Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing a Dimir Construct a Cosmic Cube / Doom Reign Supreme draw deck. And kind of the idea here was with Construct a Cosmic Cube, whenever you draw your second card each turn, you create a 2/1 black villain creature token with Menace, and you put a plan counter on the enchantment. And then when 7 plan counters are put on this enchantment, you sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent, you control them during their next turn. Disclosure, have never triggered this ever, but the thing that we're interested in is creating the 2/1 black villain creature tokens, because with Doom Reign Supreme, whenever a villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life, and then you put a plan counter on it, and when the 5th plan counter is put on it, you sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 of their library, and then you may cast up to 2 spells from among the exiled cards without paying their mana cost. So for the gain and drain, I found it interesting, but then also I like taking cards from opponent's decks. So that was kind of the thought process there. Then everything else in here is really to help us draw cards and stay alive. So the Harmonized Trio, if you tap 2 creatures that are untapped that you control, it becomes prepared, and then you get Brainstorm, which is an instant, and you draw 3. We have 3 steps ahead to help us counter things, but also we can draw cards with the last module modal down there for 3 mana, 3 Duress to check the opponent's hand, Hex to kill early game creatures, Loki God of Mischief. Whenever a player or permanent becomes the target of an ability you control, you draw a card. So off of things like a Hex targeting a creature, or off of Deceit targeting the opponent themselves, you'll draw a card off Loki. We have 2 Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel, which is flash flying. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you discard a card. We have 1 Norman Osborn, who can't be blocked, and then whenever Norman Osborn deals combat damage to a player, he connives, so getting that draw in that way through Unblockable. Removal in Bitter Triumph, Strategic Betrayal for the graveyards, Terminus of Return for a little bit of ramp, and then 1 Emeritus of Ideation for the Ancestral Recall, which is target player draws 3 cards, 1 Quantum Riddler for the card draw, 3 Deadly Cover-Ups to stabilize our board, 1 Dr. Doom. Whenever Doom enters, create 2 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens named Doombot, as long as you control an artifact, creature, or a plan, which Doom Reign Supreme is a plan. Dr. Doom is indestructible, and then at the beginning of your end step, you can draw a card, or you do draw a card, and you lose 1 life. We have 1 Meringue River Regent for the draw, as well as a 6/7 body in the late game, and then 4 Deceit to return things to hand, to make the opponent discard things, and then to eventually ultimately play in the late game. The mana base is Dimir mana, including 2 Petrified Hamlets, 4 Multiversal Passages, 1 Cavern of Souls, 2 name potentially villain for the Dr. Doom and for the Norman Osborn, as well as the Loki. But we also obviously could just name Elemental for our Deceit, or we can name Human or Wizard or Sphinx. One of those is fine. Malcolm is also a pirate, so a lot of different types in here. You can kind of name whatever floats your boat. But yeah, that's the deck. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the games. Alright, the opponent goes first. Double to see Loki with Harmonized Trio as well. Okay. Need to draw into the next land here. First game I played ended because we only drew 2 lands. But there's another. Nice. Let's go with the trio here. Then I think we'll just go Loki, God of Mischief on 2. And then if Harmonized Trio lives, we can tap Deceit and Loki on turn 3 potentially. But they're probably going to kill it. Nope. Dread Knight for draw. Alright. Let's drop Loki. Hopefully we draw a land that isn't, or we draw another land that's untapped. Because we want to be able to cast Brainstorm, Betrayal. That can go. We do draw the land. It's a black source. Let's take a look in that hand. Draw a card. Find Norman Osborn, nice. Double Assassin's Trophy. Alright, so now we have a target for our Hamlet as well. We know they run the Bossing Say. Dread Knight draws. Alright, there's a Malcolm. We'll name Bossing Say here. And then I think we go Deceit again. Draw a card again. It's a land. Another Assassin's Trophy. Alright, and then I think we will flash in the Malcolm here. 1, 2, 3, 4. On 5 mana next turn. Okay. Let's grab a blue source. We could counter that. Take some pressure off the field. Could also just go Malcolm. I think we go Malcolm and then support with the 3 steps after. Doom reigns supreme. Maybe we just do this. Toss the 3 steps. Look for the land and play Betrayal. Alright, we've got the Ritual Chamber. That is good for them. No block. The Riddler. Into a Deceit. Alright, we'll use that on the token next turn. Get a Hex. Let's drop the Betrayal. +1/+1 on Norman Osborn there. We'll take action. We'll get black because it's a Hex. Token dead. Freeze up the skies. They're going to take damage here. Alright. Let's go Doom. Dead in the air. Nice. Alright, they're here. This looks like Kona. So we're going to want to Deceit before turn 4. So I suppose we'll just do it next turn. So Deceit here. We'll go black. And then Meringue to draw next turn. And then potentially cover up. There's Dr. Doom. Stock up Omniscience. Yeah, it's definitely a Kona deck, so we're going to want to get Omniscience into the bin. And then hopefully find a way to kill Kona at instant speed. So Bitter Triumph would solve that particular problem. Yeah, next turn I think we're just gonna draw with the meringue. Deadly Cover-Up is online, so if we can take their Omniscience, that would be beneficial, for sure. They could run a backup with the Wind... What's it called? Wind River Regent? No. I don't know. The dragon. Where you can look in the sideboard and grab stuff, so... Alright, they've decided to opt. One to bottom. And hopefully they didn't find Kona. Or if they did, hopefully they don't have all the pieces they need. If you don't know how this deck works, they basically get Kona, they use one of these lands to tap it. And then if you don't remove it before the Kona ability triggers, which is you can put something from your hand onto the battlefield for free. They put out Omniscience, and then they combo. Alright, we'll go black here, I think. And we'll draw. Another cover-up and a land. Hex is no good here. We're going to cover up next turn no matter what and take Omniscience. Unless they have land Kona here and Omniscience in hand, in which case that's probably GG. Here's the speaker. Yep, I'm gonna go get Kona. Yeah. Alright. Nope. 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 Take Deceit. Grab the Omniscience. One in hand. They've got a Charm. Two more in deck. And then the Northwind Avatar is the one that we need to worry about. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they do have a backup. Okay. Game's not over yet. No, they don't. There's 4. Never mind. I would run a backup with the Northwind Avatar. I'd only do 3 main deck, personally. For a situation such as this. If they play Kona here, we'll Deadly Cover-Up and take the Kona too. Or, ideally, play Kona, they drew Northwind Avatar. We can take the Northwind Avatar. And then they're really kind of cooked. The meringue. Okay. Just gonna try and beat me to death. There's Deceit. Let's cover up. Actually, wait. How many more do we have? Is this the last one? It is. So how do they win? What do they have with the Northwind Avatar? I feel like that's the more problematic card. Nah. We'll take what we can get here, I suppose. Let's take... Do we care about Kona? They have... Yeah, kinda, because they can get stuff with the Avatar then. And then use Kona to get it onto the battlefield if they don't have the colors. Next turn, we'll Terminus, Doom Reign Supreme. Probably bounce this. Or look at the hand. There's the Charm. As we do want to try and snipe a Northwind out of their hand. Alright, never mind. They're out of here. Opponent goes first. Alright, we'll keep. I do want to try and get like the actual purpose of the deck to work. So they kept on top, so I'm just gonna Duress. Sleight of hand. Alright. Probably take their crab. Yeah. Here comes the horse. Bitter Triumph. Not a good time to miss lands, tell you what. Holding the opt. I'm gonna shock that in. We go to 12, we can Bitter Triumph the Stallion, or we can counter the Show Off. Double Show Off. Bad news for us. Alright. Discard. Pay the ward. Yeah, we'll discard these, unfortunately. Too slow to do the cool thing. Playing the cube and then drawing off these doesn't matter either. It's a weird time to opt. Okay. Because there are creatures on the ground, so. Norman Osborn, huh? I think we try and get our cards moving. And hope they just drew 2 lands. 1 land, 3 show-offs. Oh my goodness. That's so bad. We'll go villain. There's a hex. I mean, this is too slow. So we can counter 1, we can hex 1 more. Let's see what we draw first. Another hex. That's very good. Alright, cube gone. So double hex. Same effect, right? Actually. No, yeah, let's do the Riddler. Okay, we do hit the land. Perfect. Alright, show off number 1. Show off number 2. Show off number 3. So, hex, Riddler next turn. Wait here, though. Let's see if they have a pump. Secret identity targeting this one. Alright. Hex you. Resolve. That was it? Still alive, baby. Loki. Punch. Put a dragon in front of them. Strategic Betrayal is going to be really good here if they don't have any of their elementals. Okay. We don't have enough to Loki, Strategic Betrayal, and hold up 3 steps. So we need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We need one more land that isn't tapped to do all of that. So I think we just swing. See if we draw the land. We do, easy. Pay 2. Loki. And if they have an elemental, it is now very expensive. Got him. Nice. Dude, Norman Osborn putting in the work. Let's go. Alright, the opponent goes first. Tapped land. Maybe we draw an untapped land. Oh boy. Oh no. What else do you have in there? So, Halia and then Essence Channeler. Yeah, we're going to lose. So we go Channeler here. They drew another 1-drop. No, they just get the card draw. Makes sense. Okay. Get that out of here first. Baby steps. Ouchie. Well, that's not the worst. See if we find a land on the top. We do. So we can next turn go land really. Not good enough now. So we want to return this probably. Okay. All right. Well, we can't actually even play our multiversal passage because we're gonna be at 1. Oh, man, the double Leyline of Hope just absolutely wrecked us. All right. Well, that's GG. Mulligan. Emeritus can go. Still have yet to do our cool draw stuff. Everything is too fast. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just a little too slow for this format. You either need to be super fast or you need to, I don't know, just have a ton of removal, I guess. Play this on black, see if we draw the blue first. Let's get rid of that now. That gets much worse as they add more creatures. There's a vendor. Could play a cube. But then they just Sheltered by Ghost. But then that takes their whole turn, and then we can Bitter Triumph. Alright. How did I know? Incredible. That's the land too, so that's good. Osborne. Let's name Abandoned Air Temple. We could play Osborne here, but I do plan to cover up. So I think I just do this. Instead of waiting for their turn where we get blown out by like a Shard Mage's Rescue or whatever. There's the land. And the pass. Ooh. Let's Osborne first. Oops. Red alert. Trigger our cube for the first time this century. Tap land. Another cube. Alright. So double triggers off Osborne next turn. Okay. Are we doing the thing? Nope. We're not doing the thing, it turns out. And pass. Alright, cube number 2. If they play a creature next turn, we can Bitter Triumph, and then if we draw the land, the Riddler will be quite good for us. Let's see if they pay the 1. Again, Shard Mage's Rescue is a thing they don't, so they do have it. Could force it out now. Riddler next turn. Yeah, let's force it. Red like a buff, dude. Incredible. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the land. Red like an absolute book. Okay. Only a billion more counters to go. There's another Shelter by Ghost, which is actually good because 1, they can't attack, and 2, we can just Deadly Cover Up next turn. Swing in for 6, Deadly Cover Up, draw cards, rebuild our board. They pay the 1 here, I'm sure. No, another Rescue. That's fine. Alright, attack. Play your Terminus. And then we'll take probably Shelter by Ghost, but let's do a prediction. I think their hand contains 1 more Shard Mage's Rescue and 1 more Seam Rip. Let's find out. Do I take Shelter or do I take Vendor? Take Sheltered. Oh, Ethereal Armor. Close. Creatures, the Wardens, and the Scavengers. Okay. Draw cards. Counter spell is good. What you got? Another Seam Rip. Well, alright, I was close. I was one card off in the draw. Alright. Let's cube. Let's duress. We'll take the armor. And then we'll hold up counter. And then we counter any creature they play, and we win. Got him. Going first. Reef, Loki, hex something, counter something. Their sleeves and their... Ooh. What you got there? Could be a couple of different things. Duress, yeah. 3 steps gone. Stock up. So it's probably the what's it called? Exile all your cards to 6. Duress again, sure. We take Hex. Do you have a Annex, sir? Hamlet. I don't know that we bring out the Reef here. Maybe I do. Whatever. Let's see what they've got. Draw a card. Spider-Man. Okay. Petrified Hamlet names the Restless Reef. Spider-Man into Spider-Man. I'm gonna name Restless Reef and get rid of my own Restless Reef. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we just Betrayal. Hold the Deceit. There it is. Let's Deceit here. That'll do. Probably had a Spider-Man in hand. Alright, we go first. Removal encounters into Emeritus. Sure. Mono red? Alright. There's a Malcolm. Malcolm will probably die immediately. But maybe they cast a 2-mana creature here. They don't. If we run Malcolm out here, Malcolm dies for sure. Let's wait. Tablet. Death to our enemies. Alright, here's Malcolm. Deadly cover-up. Better Triumph, I think, can go. I guess we name Biblioplex. And then we hold up a counterspell. The price of freedom, huh? Oh, thank you. I'm gonna try and blow up all my lands. Counter or no? Probably one more turn. No, thank you. And we'll take 7 to the face like a champion. Okay. So... this. We're not going to send this back because it just lets them reload on treasure. We're just going to take the 7. There's Thor, Fin Fang Foom, and a tablet and a flashback. So they've got... tough one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They don't do anything this turn. Next turn, they play tablet. Let's say they draw land. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tablet for 3, so they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left. Not enough for Thor, but enough for Fin Fang Foom. I think we take Thor, they do that sequence next turn, and they play Fin Fang Foom, and then we deadly cover up because we find the land. Obviously. We never didn't have it. There's the tablet. 7 to my face. Oh, not enough to cast that. So they can flash back here. But they're also hurting on land. So I think they go Fin Fang Foom here. If they really want to blow up my lands, which they seems like they do, they're going to burn their treasures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Not enough for... well, this goes away. But, you know. Yeah, we'll take action. 1, 2, 3. Good black source. Let's see if they drew the land here. Nope. That's tough. Maybe have a braid in hand. There's the land. Another tablet. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's the Biblioplex. Alright. Oh, come on, man. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, no. Well, the good news is we do have the basics for this. Barely. But they have 3 cards. Oh. Uh-huh. Alright, that's fine. Land. Land, 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 land. The absolute worst. Let's pay with... I think we have to send it back to their hand. And force them to play it again. Come on, land. Potentially a flashback here. No, it's just a burst lightning. Whatever. Well, good thing I sent it back to their hand. Alright. Land, one time. Come on, land. Come on, land. Also, please no burst lightning off the top. Vision. Come on, land. Yes! Let's go. Die. Okay. Our biggest issue here is actually them getting things to flash back. So I think it's either burst lightning or improvisation capstone. Or flashback. They probably run 4 burst lightnings. And 1 more will kill us. If they have one of these, it's GG anyway. What's the more likely top deck? Probably the burst lightnings. 2 more capstones, 2 more Thors. Oh no. So bad. Also, I think I missed one in their graveyard. No, I didn't. Sure. Down to our last basic. Come on. Decline. We're now out of basics. Could slow their roll on this. We can kill that. Die. That's fine. All right. Let's see if we can stabilize. Okay, so whenever villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life, put a playing counter on it. So let's play this, so we gain the life here. Ancestral Recall. Triggers. And then I think we want to have 3 steps open. And then when it enters, exile 8 cards from our graveyard. Oh, we've got plenty in there. So we're going to be able to draw again. I think they have disassembled here. Based on that attack. Yep. We can't deadly cover up now, so we're in it. Riddler, yes. We want maximum drain, so we'll attack in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, and there's a hex too. Nice. Extra life. Down to 7. Hold the Riddler. Gain the life. Meringue next turn to send back their... Yeah! Let's go! Oh my god. What a miserable game that was. Alright, that's it for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.